So today got a little crazy. It started out inspecting a couple hives. In that green hive, I have the cemetery swarm, and I went to inspect them today and took video of that and discovered that both that colony and the other one in that hive were basically starving out. So I had to feed them. Really didn't see any other option. So I added frame feeders inside of the hive. At the same time, on the back side of the apiary there, you see the conversion hive, and trying to get the bees to take the honey out of the Langstroth frames and move it into the Layens frames. They weren't really been moving the honey out of the Langstroth frames, and so finally I went to what I consider Plan C, which is basically I'll just feed the bees, let them fill up the Layens frames, and then I'll pull whatever excess there is in the Langstroth frames at the end of the season. So I put feeders in both of those hives, 2 feeders in the green hive, 1 feeder in the conversion hive, 1 feeder per colony, and that kicked off a whole robbing frenzy. And you see here at the end of the day, this is still going on. To try to equalize things, considering the bees are probably after that smell of that nectar, I went ahead and put feeders in the large white hive on the left, the one I call Tajma hive. Added 1 feeder per colony there. So right now I have 5 feeders in. The only reason I don't have one in this 6th hive, the one right in front of you, is I only have 5 feeders. So that's where things stand, hoping to at least equalize that scent. But the bees are already motivated, trying to rob everybody out. And as I'm standing here, you see the bees crowding the entrances, but actually all the entrances are closed. Right now, nobody goes in, nobody goes out. So hopefully that'll all settle down, and here just before sunset or after, depending on how things are going, I will go ahead and crack open the entrances and then kind of monitor to see how things go in the morning. So it's been kind of a hectic afternoon of trying to plan out and figure out how to stop all this, and finally, like I said, I just closed everybody down, and tomorrow's a new day. This stuff happens, and we'll learn from it and move forward. So thanks for watching. I wanted to give a quick recap for anyone who might be helped by the experience that I had. Hopefully you will learn from my problems and not have to go through them yourself. As you saw, adding internal feeders in the middle of the day caused significant robbing for these hives. That was a surprise to me because I didn't expect the bees would be going after the feeders all the way inside of the hives, but obviously I was wrong. And my knee-jerk reaction of adding feeders to the other hives during the robbing didn't mitigate the situation as I'd hoped, but it instead aggravated the situation. I found that feeding externally away from the hives can help to avoid that robbing, or at least cause less robbing, but it doesn't address the needs of specific hives. If I have certain hives that need to be fed but others that don't, it doesn't discriminate, and it can facilitate the transmission of disease between different hives. In the future, to target the needs of specific hives, I'll be using internal feeding, and I'll be doing that just before dusk, not in the middle of the day, and that won't give the bees time during daylight to begin robbing. I have found that when I add the feeders at dusk, I don't see any robbing behavior during the following day. That's not a guarantee that it wouldn't happen, but it certainly does reduce that possibility. So I hope my situation will be helpful for you and will help others to avoid the same situation and problems. If you enjoyed this video, I ask you to please sting that like button, and if you'd like to see my other beekeeping videos, please subscribe to this channel so hopefully you won't miss a single one. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.